All right, all right, all right. How we living, y'all? This is Cory Miller from Chillin the Most with Cory Miller. I'm back here with another episode, and I know you're wondering. You're looking back behind me right here, and you're like, "Wow, what did you move? Do you live in Beverly Hills now? You living in the Palisades? Did you rebuild?" No, actually, you're not. I'm on the road right now. I'm on the road in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'll be at the Summit City Comedy Club tonight, opening for Mr. Tony Dabas, uh, of the social media star Tony Dabas. I'll be featuring for him actually at the Summit City Comedy Club. So I'm excited about that. And I thought, hey man, I'll bring my equipment with me just to kill time in the hotel room before the show. What's it called? I'll do a podcast. I'll make some content. I'll get myself out there. I haven't uploaded an episode in about a little over a month probably, not since the day after I saw Scary Movie 6. And yeah, since then I haven't done anything. But actually, I have done 2 episodes, but I declined to post them because yeah. But I'll post this one. This one's going up for show. I was going to do it after the what's it called, the show tonight, so I could recap how the show went and how Tony Dabas was. We got, I believe, the wonderful Jacob Kendall, my buddy from Indianapolis. I think he's going to be hosting the show, so it's going to be a good show. But I don't know. I'm at the Motel 6, and I feel like I don't want to get too loud, and I want to be whispering and all that. So it'll be late at night, and I don't want to be all whispering and shit throughout the course of the podcast. So I figure I'll do it beforehand, just kind of kill some. I'm sitting here killing some time. If you see me, I've got an older episode of Impractical Jokers playing on the TV in front of me because I needed some light to hit my face. The natural light from the window over here was kind of fucking with me. So I don't know if you see anything going crazy right here, it's not some Close Encounters of a Third Kind type of alien abduction type shit. It's just a regular episode of it's an older episode. It was back before the allegations. But yeah, man, yeah, it's what are you gonna do? But it's great to be able to do this, be able to talk to you guys. It's great to be able to be on the road and do comedy. So Tony Dabas, I know my uncle and my cousins up in Pennsylvania are big fans of theirs, big fans of his rather. He does kind of like over the top Italian dad video. Hey, he's a nice kid, shit like that. And it's really funny. It's good stuff. So I'm excited to get to meet him and see what his stand-up is going to be like. And then I'm going to head straight from here to Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm going to do 3 shows with the wonderful Josh Blue and at the Skyline Comedy Club. I'm excited about that. Josh Blue, obviously, 3rd place in America's Got Talent. He's got a lot of followers on social media. And he talks about his dealing with cerebral palsy and all that. I've seen him before in Louisville. He's very funny. So excited to get to work with him. And then I think Saturday what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to I got to head back from Wisconsin to Louisville Saturday, so I think I'm gonna stop in Chicago. I've never been to Chicago, and I'm gonna drive right through there. And I got a buddy Luke Diamond living there right now, and yeah, he said he gets off work at 1 on Saturday, which is probably about the time I'll be rolling in town. So I think I'm gonna hop on the L train and just go see the city and all that, see what's up. Catch the bean out. I'm not a Cubs fan. I hate the Cubs. I'm not a fan of Wrigley gum. My cousin had a dog named Wrigley when Golden Retriever. They had a dog named Cubby. And then after Cubby got a little older, they got a dog named Wrigley. And then Cubby, the older one, he passed away, unfortunately. So then they had Wrigley as a sole dog, but then they got another Golden Retriever, named him Cubby to keep the tradition going. I want to say they got one named Rizzo or something. And yeah, they should just buy one named Dub, Big W, like Chicago Cubs. But not a fan of that. I like Jake Arrieta back in the day. He was cool. He was a nice guy, I guess. But I'm a big Mets fan, and there's a lot of Cubs fans in Louisville for some reason. I mean, I get Cincinnati because Cincinnati's, it's right there. But Chicago's a little ways away. I mean, St. Louis is probably closer, maybe about the same distance. No, St. Louis got to be closer than Chicago. But yeah, either way, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be doing this. I drove here, easy drive. I mean, when I first started coming to Fort Wayne, I've been coming here semi-regularly since I started doing comedy, and I love the city a lot, but when I first started driving here, it was like 3.5 hour drive, and that was like, oh my God, that's so far away, this and that. But now, I mean, it just feels like nothing. I like to leave early, check into the hotel, come here and chill, unwind, ground myself. That's important. You got to stay grounded. So I'll come in here and ground myself throughout the course of the day, and so that way by the time the show rolls around, I'll be a little ready. I got these Chips Ahoy cookies from the vending machine here. I think they've been there ever since the 90s. I bet you Semi-Charmed Kind of Life was the #1 hit song when those were distributed. But what are you going to do, man? It's the Motel 6 in Fort Wayne. People like to shit on the Motel 6. They want to talk all this junk. I've had nothing but positive experiences here. I'll say this: the hallways and the stairwells, a little janky, but once you that's about 1% of my visit. Once I get in the room, I feel like I'm at the Ramada. You know, I'm vibing at the Ritz Carlton. You know, that's what it feels like. I love the Motel 6. I'm a big advocate. Super 8s and Days Inn can fuck off. I'm not a fan of those guys. There's the shittiest day. I don't want to disparage any parts of Fort Wayne, Indiana, but there's a Days Inn here, and it's one of those hotels where the room, like, there's no hallways. The rooms just kind of go right outside. I'm not a fan of that. And it's right by the fucking highway. This is close to the highway, but this is like on the fucking highway. So all night it's just, and it's too much, man. I can't deal with that. Last time there was a dude, he tripped me out. I say last time. It's the only time I've stayed there and the only time I will stay there. I'm not going back to the Days Inn in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I refuse, unless they have a better deal. Thankfully, the Motel 6 was cheaper than Days Inn, which is a steal. You know, you get a better hotel for a cheaper price, you know? It's the art of the deal. But, what's it called? The Days Inn, I was there last time, and there was a guy, he sat out in the car. When I left, he was like in his car, backed into the parking lot, facing my room, with his car on, his lights were on and everything. And I left to go to the show, and he was sitting there. I'm like, all right, whatever. I come back, same guy sitting in the car. I'm gone for 4 hours, sitting in the car. It's like, are you waiting for me, dog? What's going on here? Kind of tripped me out. Then I go in there and I go to watch the NBA game, and you know, I forget who was playing that night, but I like basketball. I don't have cable at the house, so when I get to stay in a hotel, I try to take advantage of the cable channels I get. Oh, NBA games on, perfect. I think I even put some money on it. You know, gamble a little bit. You know, make a little cash for myself while I'm on the road. And dude, the game was the only game they had. I mean, it just said the ESPN channel, but it was like ESPN Deportes or something, and the whole thing was in Spanish, and it was like, yo, man, I got nothing wrong with Spanish language broadcasts and all that, but like, you got to throw an English option on there. I'm not that intelligent, you know. I don't have any second languages. I don't have another option for this. I do need to learn to speak Spanish. It will be a primary language here soon, and I know about. I mean, compared to a Mexican or a Spaniard, I probably know about 3% of what they know in terms of the Spanish language. But I need to learn it, and I think it would be helpful in life if you're able to communicate with different types of people. And they say once you learn a new language, the other ones become easier to learn, because whatever methods you learn to pick up that first one, you can apply to the other ones, and then it all picks up. I knew a girl in high school. She was a transfer student from Taiwan or Thailand. I don't remember particularly. One of the two. But she spoke 5 languages fluently, and her English was really good. So, yeah, what are you going to do, man? Yeah, dude, but I'm blessed to be here doing comedy. These Josh Blue shows were kind of they just kind of came out of the blue. And I didn't see I was doing it until I read the email. Oh man. But yeah, it just kind of came out of the blue, so it's great to be here, man. But the Motel 6 too, it's got a great view. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna try and do this, man. I'm going to pop open the door. It's going to take me a second, but I'll give commentary throughout the whole course of this interaction, so that way you guys don't get bored. But look at this view, man. This is why I stay here, man. I knocked the camera over a little bit. Let me see if I can position it right. I got to show you this. All right, let's see how good this zoom is. When I did my podcast with Joe Hedges, all right, here we go. All right, let's see how far we zoom in, and there should be an autofocus. Damn, that's pretty far. Holy shit! All right, this is what I'm trying to get to right here. You guys see that? I'm going to zoom in a little farther. Hold on. You got the King's Inn right there. It's just fucking, terrible. I feel bad for those people over there. I feel like the king right now. I feel like Lord of the Manor, King of the Castle, Master of my domain, sitting over here looking at these fucking morons staying at the King's Inn when you got a Motel 6 right here. But this is what it's really about right here. Oy vey. All right, let's see how far that goes. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, you can see that, dude. The Showgirls... Showgirl 1 or Showgirl I, Gentlemen's Club right there. You can only imagine what kind of classy clientele and patrons and workers they have working at the Showgirl 1 Gentlemen's Club in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in between the King's Inn and the Motel 6. It has to be rather illustrious. All right, just so you got that. My camera's very sensitive, so I got to back out and recalibrate here. Hold on. Thank you guys for looking at that with me. I hope you enjoyed that. Just want to show you what we're working with here on the road. I got to shut the blinds too because it's giving too much light, and I don't need my face to be illuminated too much because then I start to look like a, I don't know. What's a harlequin? Is that a? I don't know what that is. I got to look that up now because to make sure it's not something bad, something I'm not allowed to say. So I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna give that a Google real quick. Let me see. But yeah, dude, last time I was staying here, so I haven't stayed in this Motel 6. I will say, there is a Best Western here that I like so much better than the Motel 6. The Motel 6 is good, but sometimes for whatever reason, the Best Western has cheaper rates sometimes when I come to Fort Wayne, and that's way better than this. It's got a pool, double bed. I mean, the continental breakfast, it's got everything. And the last 3 times I looked at the rates, a charlatan rather, not a harlequin. A person who tricks others by pretending to have skills or knowledge they do not have. Okay, just making sure it was not a racial slur. So there we go. I'm allowed to say it, charlatan. But last time I stayed here, I haven't stayed here in a while at this particular Motel 6. But last time I stayed here, I went out after the show and I got back real late, probably 3 or 4 in the morning. And I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm smoking a little weed, and I just hear, I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around and this sedan at the intersection right here, a sedan has just fully rear-ended, like full speed rear-ended this minivan. And it took me I'm tired, it's real late, it's the middle of winter, it's freezing out, I'm in my car, I'm high, and I see that and I'm like, what? It takes me like 10, 15 seconds to fully compartmentalize what really just happened. And I see a lady just running across, like she's going to the rescue, she's on it, she's way more alert than I am, and I'm like, well, fuck it, let me go help. So I pull up, I start walking over and all that, I'm on the phone, I call the 911, and I'm like, everybody all right, everything good? The guy in the minivan that got hit, he is very clearly shaken up, he's got his blanket, I mean, he's like, and he's just kind of real shaken up. He's just kind of I don't want to say traumatized, but he's kind of out of it. So she goes to the dude, but he's fine though because he's got a big minivan. He got rear-ended and all that. It's totaled, but he's fine because he was in the front. It's a big minivan. No contact with him. The guy in the sedan in the car that rear-ended him, he looks fucked up. So she goes, the lady that I saw running, she goes to help him. And she gets him out of the car. Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? And she picks him up and she realizes I'm on the phone with 911 the whole time. And I'm trying to tell him where I'm at. She's like, where are you? I'm like, it was like my second time in Fort Wayne. I don't know anything about this. I'm trying to read the road signs. Again, high, cold, discombobulated, disoriented, trying to do my best to help in the situation. And she's doing that. While I'm doing that, she sees this dude, she pulls him out the car, realizes he's drunk as shit, just fucking absolutely plastered. She throws him on the ground. She went from full-on caring mom to just Xena warrior princess on this dude. Throws him on the ground. You motherfucker, you about killed this dude. What the fuck is your problem? Like yelling at this. I mean, like, deservingly so. I mean, the guy was just plastered out of his mind, like driving around. And I don't think he realizes what's going on. I see that. I'm trying to tell him, and I'm just like, "Do you got this?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got it." Boom. I hang up, and she comes up to me. She's got her McDonald's uniform on and everything. I mean, she is full on just fucking after this shit. And she comes up to me, and she's just like, 3 years ago today, I got hit by a drunk driver with my family at this very intersection, and the motherfucker walked. I'm not letting it happen again. I was like, yo, it's like he means business, dog. Oh, my God. So that was like a badass moment here at the Fort Wayne, Indiana. So the dude gets out, and we're waiting for the cops to come. I'm checking, making sure everything's all right. The guy that got hit, again, he's like shaking. He's got a blanket wrapped around him. He's sitting there. The McDonald's lady, she's over kind of like comforting him and all that. And the dude is just, I swear to God, so the cops pull up about 2 or 3 minutes after that. I mean, it took them no time to get there. And as soon as the dude, I'll never forget this. As soon as the cops pull up, the drunk dude sees him. He stands up and he's at the intersection and he starts hitting the goddamn crosswalk button, waiting for the fucking thing to change. And I guess that was his escape plan. But he was then it was at that moment he decided to follow the traffic ordinances and wait for the crosswalk sign to change. So the cops walk over to him, and I mean it takes them about 4 seconds to realize this dude is just fucking blackout drunk, and they arrest him immediately. And the cops come over to me, and they were like, "Did you guys see it happening?" Now, I didn't see it happen. I was facing the other way. I just heard it, and that's what I told them. I was like, "I didn't see it, but I heard it, and I've been here the whole time." And they were like, "Well, the paperwork and all that. I don't know. They didn't want to file me as a witness or whatever they do here at the Fort Wayne Police Department." So they were just like, "All right, you're good to go." So I went back, and they didn't think much about it after that. But I mean, I was happy everybody was okay. Nobody died. I imagine that dude caught something on his record. I mean, hopefully he got his life together and all that. But I'll never forget him getting up, and he was just so out of it, and deciding to he just tried to hit the button. I mean, it wasn't funny, but it was hilarious, if that makes sense. It wasn't a joke, but it was funny. That's what I kept saying in what's it called, Destin, Florida, when I got real sunburnt, and everybody's laughing at me, and they're like, "Oh, sorry for laughing." I'm like, "Hey man, it's funny, but ain't no joke. Like, I ain't mad at you for laughing, but this shit's serious." So yeah, I did a podcast after that, and I talked about it, and I what's it called? I started it out because I bought the cowboy hat at Buc-ee's on the way back, and I started it out talking about the good old times. No, I was talking about the cowboy hat, and I was like, "All right, come on, fuck it, I'll come out to some country music." I played Oceanfront Property by George Strait, so I pulled up with that, and I played it in the speaker like this off my phone, and the shit got demonetized. You can't play music, you can't play licensed music on YouTube and expect it to, get played and all that, so the shit got demonetized, so all the money I would have made off the 45 views that episode got was gone. So yeah, I got to be careful about not to, because when I upload stand-up clips, a lot of times at the beginning of the clip, they'll have the walk-up song in there, and then I don't even post it publicly, so it doesn't matter, but setting up sets, really, not really clips, but like full sets. A lot of times at the beginning, it'll have a walk-up song. Like the last one I uploaded, Busybody by Paul Wall, demonetized, they caught on to it. What's funny about this one I thought was really funny. When I did another one, I played Living in America by James Brown from Rocky IV. You guys remember that? Living in America. And what happens in Rocky IV? Rocky beats the shit out of Ivan Drago, the Russian guy, after he kills Apollo Creed. And I must break you. And yeah, so I upload that one, and it's just in Living in America is the beginning song, Living in America. And what was I going to say? It only got banned in Russia. It only got demonetized in Russia. I get a notification. This affects, like, I got a notification like this affects your monetization in certain countries. And I looked it up. It was only Russia. So the Russian people will not allow us to play Living in America because I guess it was an anti-Russian movie. Those commie bastards, those authoritarian fascist motherfuckers want to take away our right to play James Brown Rocky music on my fucking YouTube channel, and I ain't going to stand for it. Putin, talking to you. And Gorbachev, I like Gorbachev actually. He was a nice guy, I think. I don't know. I'm not up to date on Cold War, but Stalin was obviously bad. Rasputin, I don't really know anything about him too much. I think people. The only thing I know about history is what I learned from Epic Rap Battles of History. So when they did the Epic Rap Battles of History with Rasputin, who was it? Rasputin, Stalin, Baryshnikov, who was played by PewDiePie. I think he got in trouble. Didn't PewDiePie get in trouble? I think he got in trouble for some pedophilia shit. So I'm not condoning the use of PewDiePie in the Epic Rap Battles of History, but he was there. He played Baryshnikov, the dancer. Who was the other one? There was 5 of them. There was Stalin, Rasputin, Gorbachev, Putin, Vladimir Lenin. I think Vladimir Lenin popped up at the end of it. No Karl Marx, I don't think. But yeah, because there was the line in there where he goes, "You stopped the greatest revolution since the birth of Marx," and then Gorbachev comes up and he goes, "Did somebody say birth Marx?" And it was good. It was good. But that's the only. In 8th grade, I watched all of those, and I learned a lot about Thomas Jefferson versus Frederick Douglass. I probably learned more from that epic rap battles of history than I did in all of my history classes ever. Because I remember one time I was at Boy Scout camp in 8th grade, and there's a line in Frederick Douglass's verse where he goes, but it was like, 4th of July, it's a very important holiday, but what the fuck does it mean to this guy? Because I celebrate December 6, 1865, the day the 13th damn amendment was ratified, and I seek to be an alien to your unalienable rights, and we the people stop meaning we the people who are white. I mean, Frederick Douglass, played by J.B. Smoove, and I will go as far to say is that Epic Rap Battles of History has done more to educate the youth of America and get people involved in social causes through white people rap than Hamilton ever did. I think Epic Rap Battles of History is, and that's a hot take, but I think Epic Rap Battles of History is a far more significant historical white rap piece shit thing than Hamilton is. That's just me. But I was at Boy Scout camp after that, and they were just like, because a lot of times they teach us about the Emancipation Proclamation in school. They didn't really teach us much about the 13th Amendment. I mean, I don't know why. That was really like the cornerstone of abolishing slavery. Emancipation Proclamation was a good start, but the real reason why we don't have slavery is because guys like Thaddeus Stevens and all that in the Congress, after Abe Lincoln died, and I learned that from the Lincoln movie. So, if I would read a book, I'd be so smart if I read books, but I just watch YouTube videos and fucking biopics and shit. But yeah, the 13th Amendment, look at me fucking white-splaining black history here. Shit, what am I doing here? Fuck. But no, the 13th Amendment, what was I going to say? No, but I was at Boy Scout camp, and we had like a civics fucking class once a day that we had to go to so we could learn about the government and all that. And they were like, does anybody know why slavery ended? And there was kind of a trick question because we all knew about the Emancipation Proclamation and all that. So, they tell us that. They're like, what was I going to say? Yeah, everyone in there goes, Emancipation Proclamation. I said it too. But they were like, Emancipation Proclamation. And the guy just goes, no. And he kind of said it like, nope, like he got us. Like, it's not that. And then I go, 13th Amendment. And he goes, very good, very good. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. So I knew my shit at the time. But that's what I'm saying. Back then, knowing that was a big deal. But now at the ripe age of 24, I've learned nothing new about anything. So it's probably time for me to pick up a book. I mean, I try to read. I've been trying to read. It's a dual biography about the underreported friendship between Ben Franklin and George Washington. But I've been reading that. I'm not even kidding. Like 4 or 5 months, and it's just tough because it's so detailed and it talks about so much shit that I don't know about. And it references military, like obscure military generals from pre-revolutionary America, and it's like I don't know this shit. You got to tell me who this is. You got to talk to me like I don't know anything. It's a little informative. I mean, it's very informative if you had a reading comprehension level over the But don't take my. I'm not telling you. I'm not trying to inform anybody. I'm just telling you what I know. In general, these are the facts that I know. Obviously, if you're most people know this shit. So don't take it. I hope you don't take it as like, oh, look at this guy trying to explain shit and talk down to us like he knows something. I don't know shit, dude. I don't know fucking nothing about anything. But I do. This happens to be what I do know. And yeah, for sure. About this particular topic. These old Impractical Jokers, I'm watching it on mute, and it's fucking insane. Like, these guys are just kind of, I don't want to show it because I might get demonetized again, but Murr is in Times Square with his dick fully out, it looks like. I mean, he's covering it up, but Murr is, all right, here's the ranking of Impractical Jokers, by the way, since nobody really asked, but here's how it goes. And this can go, well, Sal is the funniest, by far. Q is right under him because Q is likable, but he's not as funny as Sal, but he's likable and it's fun to watch him on TV and all that. Then I switch off between Murr and Joe as the last one. I'm going to go Murr as 3 just because he seems like I don't particularly like either one of them, but he seems more real. He seems more open with his douchiness. Joe seems like he's trying to overcompensate for a lot. And I won't say anything in particular, but I've heard some stories about him through other comics that haven't got that he might not be the best of dudes. We're all troubled people, but obviously those allegations came out, and he said he went to therapy and he's working on it. So I'm not trying to cast. Let he who is without sin be the first to cast stones. I know, even though I've never done anything nearly as bad as he has, and from an objective moral standpoint, if we want to follow that. But whatever. But yeah, don't like just even just watching them on TV, it's like something maybe maybe not for me. That's all. Just a good old boy, never needed no harm. I tried to take the back roads up here. I was like, fuck it, because I left so early. I was like, fuck it, I can take the back roads. It has an extra 2 hours, but I get to see. I'll see America, dude. I'll get to see the fucking nation. That's what Jason Aldean's song "Flyover States" is about, where he's on a plane from New York to Los Angeles, and there's a couple businessmen up there, and they're talking about all the people. Like they're looking down at the country, and they're like, "Who would want to live like that?" And then he goes, "They never drove through Indiana." And I always think about that when I'm driving through Indiana, because I'm like, wow. But then you drive through Indiana, it's like, yeah, I can see why people talk shit about it. Because I usually take 65 all the way up and then switch over. But I was like, you know what, I'll take 31W up. Or 31 North, I guess, rather. 31W is Dixie Highway out where I grew up, but 31 North is what I figured I'd take. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. But I made it like an hour. I was stuck behind this dude whose motorcycle just could not pick up the speed. And I was nothing but no passing zones and weird turns and all that, and I couldn't get past him for like a half an hour, and it slowed me down like a motherfucker. And you're driving through, and it's like, all right, and a VFW and a bowling alley and a high school, and it's kind of the same thing over and over and over again. And then you're fucking up your brake pads, stopping at all these stop signs and red lights, and you see the general stores and the Casey's general stores and the what's it called, the fucking, I don't know, like fruit stands and all. And it's cool. I respect it all. I like it a lot. There's like a lot of guys selling lumber and whatnot. I mean, there's just random bars and all. I mean, there's like billboards for shit that it's like they don't need to tell you what it is because everybody in the town already knows. I mean, there was one place that just I couldn't tell if it was a hardware store or a pizza shop or a petting zoo, but it just said Goodfellas, and then it was the number. I mean, Goodfellas obviously in Louisville, in Lexington, famous pizza place. It's got incredible pizza, but that didn't seem to be what it might be what it was. But it just said Goodfellas and the phone number for the place. This Goodfellas 812, just it like in full on, brick and mortar signage. It had the phone number listed out there. So I don't know what that place is, but everyone in the town knows what that is. But you drive through 2 or 3 small towns, and it's just like, I get it. It's cool. So I got back on the highway after that. I was like, yeah, I don't need to add 2 hours onto my trip. Nothing wrong with small town America. I love it, but I don't need to fuck up my brake pads and my sway bar by doing that. You like that term, sway bar? I don't know what the fuck it means, but it's something, All right. I'm just gonna wrap up at a half hour. I'm at 27 minutes right now. So shout out to everybody that watched in this. If you been here the whole time, Aunt Rita, I know you were talking about watching it. Aunt Amy, I know you watch it. Joe Hedges, always a solid viewer. Cousin Al down in Florida. I don't know I hope you're doing good, man. If you're watching this, I don't know who else is really watching this. I don't promote it at all. Gordon Kushner, I know you got it. You got it up here. But yeah, man. Thank you all for checking it out. If you can check me out, I'm trying to think what I got in Louisville coming. I don't have a lot of shows coming up in Louisville, but I'm trying to get on the road more. I just secured a guest spot with Brendan Sagalow at the Commonwealth Sanctuary Comedy. I think it used to be Commonwealth Sanctuary. It's Commonwealth Comedy Club now. Great room, great club, great people. Very excited. And Sagalow is like the hottest act out right now. He's so funny. If you don't know him, Brendan Sagalow. Yeah, look at me helping Brendan Sagalow. I think he fucking needs me. But he was nice enough to let me have a guest spot on his show up there, August 21st. So I'm looking forward to that. And then 22nd, Bears and Bengals preseason game up in Cincinnati. So I'll be hitting that with the fellas. So that'll be a good time. And yeah, man, rise above the hate, man. John Cena, dude. I hope he comes back. I hope John Cena makes it back to the ring sometime. I don't know if he will. I was thinking maybe I could do a podcast like on the road all the time. Stories. Mark Norman and Joe List, they do Tuesdays with stories where they go on the weekend, they go on the road for the weekend, they come back and do a podcast on Monday, and then Tuesday they upload it and they tell stories about what happened on the road. I'm not on the road enough. I'm especially not staying in hotels. I mean, I travel sometimes. I'll go to various parts of the Midwest, but unless I really need to, I'm not getting a hotel. I'm driving back, dog. I'm driving all the way back. But I had to today because I'm already halfway to Wisconsin, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll get the hotel and then drive over there. But, yeah, man, thank y'all for watching, dude. It's going to be a good time. Chilling the most with Cory Miller. Hopefully there's some clips in here. I'm going to watch this afterward because I need a clip. So if you find any timestamps where there's clips in here, let me know, all right? Peace out, y'all.